Hi, welcome to Vegan Finds, day 5 of quarantine cuisine. Um, we still have plenty of food, so we haven't gotten into the beans and whatnot section of our kitchen yet. But we are going to be making a childhood classic for those people of a certain age. That would be my age, and maybe 10 years younger or 10 years older. Spaghetti Os and Meatballs. Those lovely cans of glop that you would.
Glop?
Yes, glop. That's what it was. It was a glop. Glop of pasta and sauce with some meatballs straight out of the can. Some people ate it cold, like my mom might. And but you live for that stuff when you were a child. We're gonna make a vegan version of that. We're gonna make some meatless meatballs, but they're gonna taste just like the regular kind. And then use some annalini pasta that we found that was gluten-free. I don't know who makes it, but I will let you know later on in the video where you can get it. And just a can of tomato sauce that we're going to doctor up, and it should taste hopefully better than what you remember. So if you don't, you know, if you stick around, I will show you how to make the meatballs first. I'm going to grab the ingredients and we'll get started. Okay, so we have from the Meatless Farm Company, you can see right there, the Meatless Farm Company. They're meat-free ground, which is high in protein, a good source of fiber, and gluten-free. This is a 14.1 ounce package. It's got actually 6 grams of fiber and 9 total carbohydrates. So it's a net 3 carbs, which is, for people who are doing keto, that's a good thing. 3.5 grams of saturated fats. So it's not too high in the fat scale. And what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to add, I'm not going to measure this out, but I will just add a bit of onion powder to this, some salt. I'm just going to do a pinch. I don't like to salt my food too much, but it never hurts. Usually I salt things afterwards once I know how things taste. Some oregano. My wife's a big fan of oregano, so we're going to start with that. I got some garlic powder here. I gotta actually undo it. It's a fresh package, straight from the supermarket. So I'm just gonna do like a half a tablespoon of that. Some basil as well. God, that garlic powder smells terrific. I'll use like a tablespoon, not maybe half a tablespoon of basil, not even half. And I'm going to add the equivalent of 1 egg with the just egg. Okay, so I'm going to add the 3 tablespoons of just egg, which is the equivalent of 1 serving. 1, 2, 3. And if you aren't familiar with Just Egg, this is a really great product. We make our quiches with it, and you would swear that it was actual egg and not a plant-based product, just so you could see for future reference. It's in the refrigerated section of supermarkets. It is a bit pricey, but at the end of the day, I think it's worth getting. And I'm just... Well, my wife is saying that they were supposed to be lowering the price. That's what she heard. I see no evidence of that at the supermarket. Maybe they're working through their inventory. And we're going to add some breadcrumbs to this as well as a added binder. And I'm going to mix these up, start making teeny tiny meatballs, and I will show you how to cook them in a moment. You can see that 14 ounces of Meatless Farm meat has made quite a few meatballs, and now I'm going to cook them. I'm going to fry them up quickly. in our pan just to crisp them up a little bit, and then I'm going to throw them in with the sauce. Okay, so in the pan I got some olive oil, heating it up. Now, my suggestion to you would be to cook one of the meatballs and test it to make sure that the seasoning's right, so that way you can adjust them to your flavor profile that you prefer. I did that already, so I know that these taste pretty good. And remember, they are going to go into a pot of tomato sauce, so they'll absorb some of that flavor as well, which is also why I want to cook these up a little bit so they don't fall apart while in the pot of sauce. So these should cook for a few minutes, then I'll get the next batch in and I will show you how to finish off this dish once these are completed. Okay, so in this pan we have the second batch of the meatballs. Here's the first batch that's already been cooked. We've cooked the pasta. We've already actually added 1 can of tomato sauce to it. That's an 88-cent can on sale at ShopRite this week. For those who are in the New Jersey, New York area, just so you know. We happen to like ShopRite. Certain stores have a really good gluten-free section, and so, you know, we try to shop at stores that have the largest gluten-free and vegan section possible, and many of the ShopRites have a very dedicated section there. So we're going to prep that. Once these are finished off, I will show you how we put the final dish together. Okay, so into this pot I'm adding the last of the meatballs straight out of the pan into the pot, and we've got a couple flavoring ingredients to add to this. I've got what is this? How much noosh? 1/4 of a cup of noosh, which is nutritional yeast. It adds a cheesy flavor to this. I'm going to add that. We got a tablespoon of onion powder in here, half a teaspoon of garlic powder, and a half a teaspoon of paprika, some salt and some pepper. That goes in, and then we're going to add 1/3 of a cup of, is this almond milk?
Yes, unsweetened almond.
Unsweetened almond milk to kind of cream it up a bit. So we're going to mix that. We're going to turn on the heat to heat it through, and we'll plate it up for you. Okay, so there you have the final product. I want to mention that the annellini is made by Char. The brand is Bonta d'Italia, authentic Italian pasta that's gluten-free. It's really good. And just as a side note, we added a lot more garlic powder and quite a bit of pepper and salt, and some additional onion powder to this to make it more to our taste. I suggest you taste it as you go along, and make sure just the way you like it. You can add red pepper flakes if you like it a little bit spicy. That's what I'm going to do in a moment. So if you like these videos, hit the subscribe button, the notification bell, leave a comment, tell us what you think, good or bad. Give us a thumbs up, thumbs down. If there was a sideways thumbs, that would be helpful too. And we hope you enjoy and that you come back. Thank you.